guys, it's Brittany, and this week I am going to be talking about Ouija boards. So a Ouija board is also known as a spirit board or a talking board. It has all of the letters of the alphabet. It has the numbers from 0 to 9, words that say yes and no, and occasionally on some Ouija boards they have the words hello, which is at the top of the board, and goodbye, which is on the bottom of the board. And I forget what the thingy is called. You know the thing that it comes with? It's like a little heart-shaped thing. It's the thing that everyone puts their hands on, glides across the board because the spirits are talking to you through it. You know what I'm talking about? That's like the whole point of a Ouija board, is the thing that you put your hands on. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure you do, so that's good. Most paranormal researchers advise that you do not use a Ouija board, because they say it opens a huge doorway to unknown dimensions, usually evil. Now the board itself is not dangerous, but the form of communication that you are attempting is dangerous. There's been good stories, I guess, of people talking to normal spirits, but there's been a lot of bad cases with people talking to evil things. The spirits who communicate to you through the Ouija board, they are often very confused. They may have died a very sudden, tragic, violent death. They could have committed suicide, or they were brutally murdered. Therefore, many violent and negative spirits are the ones that come through, and that's what makes it very dangerous. Several spirits will try to come in to communicate with you at the same time, but what the real danger is when you think you have a spirit and you want it to give you a physical sign. Like you want it to, what's like an example? Throw a pillow across the room, or knock over a lamp, or something very physical that they have to like physically grab and throw, or whatever they want to do with it. By doing that, you have opened a doorway for these spirits to come into the physical world, and that's not a good thing, especially if they are bad spirits, because if they come to the physical world because you basically brought them in by inviting them in, they could be attached to you, they could stay with you for a while, and bad things will probably happen. Now, I know a lot of you guys are like, I want to play with the Ouija board, nothing's gonna happen, it's gonna be so much fun, we're gonna communicate with good spirits, and it's gonna be an amazing experience. Yes, I agree, I want to play with the Ouija board too, but there are high recommendations from like paranormal researchers and like demonologists and stuff like that. They highly recommend that you don't play with the Ouija board, but if you want to, and if you're going to, they highly recommend that before you start the seance, you announce to the spirits that you want nothing but positive energy, no negativity, just an all over positive experience. Don't ask for physical signs. Do not do that, because like I said, you're inviting them in and you're basically asking for trouble. And the last thing they recommend is when you are done with the seance, that you move that little heart-shaped thing down to the bottom where it says goodbye, and then you just close the board up and you should be good. You should be safe. But don't take my word for it. Those are just the high recommendations from paranormal researchers. And yeah. A few months ago, I was watching Celebrity Ghost Stories. That's a really good show. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's a really good show. But I remember I was watching, I don't know which celebrity it was, but it was a female, and long story short, she said when she was like 10 years old, she went to this summer camp and she was hanging out with all of her friends. They found a Ouija board, they brought it to their cabin. They started communicating with the spirit by the name Emily, I believe. So let's just call her Emily. And Emily was being really nice in the beginning, and they really enjoyed communicating with her, and they would talk to her like every single night. And then she just started getting bad, and she would tell the girls to do bad things, like push someone into the lake or do this or do that, just do like really evil things to these girls. and they just didn't want to play with Emily. Not play with her, they didn't want to talk to her anymore. I think they burned the Ouija board. I forget what happened, but apparently they found out that this Emily, she actually went to that summer camp, and I believe she was murdered at that camp by these girls who would bully her. So basically Emily wanted revenge on this camp, and that's why I guess she was being all nice to these girls, and I guess they probably asked her to like do something physical, like throw something, or like, you know, give a sign that she was really there. So they invited her into the physical world, which then Emily took advantage of the girls by making them do bad things. So things got kind of out of hand, and it was really scary. I remember watching, I was like, oh my god. There's so many stories like that though, so you really gotta be careful if you're gonna be playing with these things, because things can happen. You never know, and you don't want to be haunted for the rest of your life. You don't want to be scarred for the rest of your life. Even if you make this bad thing go away eventually, you'll still probably be scarred, so that's not really good. Have you guys ever played with a Ouija board? Have you ever had any experiences, like bad ones or good experiences? I really want to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I now upload 2 videos a week, one every Tuesday and one every Friday, so yay! So Friday's coming up soon, so stay tuned. It's going to be a creepy one this week. Yep. All my links are in the description below, of course, so if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter or like me on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!